now that we have the opportunity to do something with that information, how do we most effectively leverage it, right? Because doing nothing with it isn't really a strategy either.
Yeah, and I think it's there's this framework I love for thinking about this whole process, which is like every great movie is 2 great scenes and no bad scenes. And so how do you think about the experience? Are you introducing a bad scene into the experience? So I think we do some natural. I think in the auto buying experience, there's a reason why leads are buying in 7 days, because it's like dealers are good-ish at running a 7-day process, but then it becomes a bad scene after 7 days. Mm-hmm. And so, like, how do you follow up? How do you do things? Like, I don't recommend that when someone hits your website, you pick up the phone and call them. Like, so much of what we do. So, like, the truth about 4iiii behind the scenes, I'll give you a dirty secret about what we do. Because when we're notifying salespeople, we're actually not notifying them all the time when customers visit the website. We're pulling back some based off how we're discerning the activity in the CRM, so that we're not just telling them follow up, because then that's annoying. Then you're like, every time I go to the website, I immediately have to deal with this phone call. The question is like the question to solve with that follow up process is, how do you make the salesperson valuable again? Because just following up and saying, when are you going to come in and drive? When are you going to come in? When are you going to come do what I want you to do? Is actually not super valuable from the consumer experience. Like, it's not a great scene to say, salesperson, call up, do what I want you to do. So a lot of times what we do is we ingest like talk tracks and things that they can say where the customer would not have known that information. Like, how do you make the salesperson add value? Because right then, that's where you help that relationship. That's where they go, oh, this person, when they call me, they give me something that I didn't have before. I'm willing to answer their call. They're not just bugging me to come buy a car. So I think it's a dance. I think it's like, it's not about just like a rote process. It's about, you're building a movie here, and you want 2 great scenes, no bad scenes.
Yeah, and I like that. It's interesting because from my end, obviously data is huge,